Ali. That was a big win. That was a big win. It was a must win. You know, if you're looking at these home games that we've got left, 3 more now, but some tough away games, Brighton next. If you don't win games like this with Spurs and Liverpool playing as well, we're in trouble. But a professional performance, would you say?
Yeah, strange game. I mean, I missed the first 20 minutes because I was in that tunnel.
We were really good then.
Couldn't get it. I don't really know what happened before 20th minute, but yeah, it's a strange game. I thought like we were just nearly there on a lot of moments. I think Villa were pushing their back line up. They were to play in the offside trap quite a few times, so we just couldn't quite find that ball in behind. You know, when you go to Liverpool, they do that a lot to you, where they sort of entice you into that ball in behind, and then you've got Alisson steaming out. Or obviously today Martinez is a very proactive keeper when you're playing that ball in behind, so it's very difficult to get that pass right, and we struggled to get it right a lot of times. But obviously we got the goal. You know, I think Rashford, his timing of the run was brilliant in behind.
It was a constant threat, in behind, wasn't he?
Yeah, so that's one time when we did get it right. But I felt it was a strange game. It was just a bit of didn't really dominate the game, but Villa didn't really offer a great deal. But we were sort of in control without dominating the game. If that makes sense.
Well, I think the key was we couldn't kill them off. So I know because you missed the first 20 minutes. Mate, we had a lot of chances. I feel like if you would have seen the first 20 minutes, it was like, don't let this be one of them games where we're on the front foot, but you're not managing to score. And scoring just before half-time was good. But I do think, not domination, but Villa, we literally nullified every threat they had in that first half. But I get it. Going into the second half as well, I mean, there's something about second halves, isn't it, where we just, if we're good in the first half, we seem to struggle in the second half. I'm not saying we were struggling in the second half today, but it's just never exactly the same. But defensively today, we was really good.
We used to be second half FC, we're now first half FC.
First half FC, yeah.
But yeah, it is a concern, but I think that comes with the type of players we've got on the pitch as well. We're lacking controlling profiles. We're lacking technical players throughout the whole team, from the goalkeeper, from a couple of the defenders, the fullbacks, the midfield players, the striker. We're still lacking profiles. So, you know, if you do have a more clinical edge up front, you kill the game off earlier. And then I know Thursday night against Spurs was a bit of a different thing, but when you're at home, you get that second goal, it sort of kills the game off. I know Seville would say something different about that.
They would.
But that's Seville in the Europa League.
Would,
but I think we're still lacking. I think the reason why we can't kill these games is we're still lacking the right profiles. I think, for example, like when we need Eriksen to go off, we can't replace Eriksen with somebody who can do what sort of Eriksen could do. We have to bring on a terrier in Fred, and obviously Fred gives you a lot in terms of his counter pressing out of possession, but when you take Eriksen off, you do obviously lose that element of a bit more of a control. Eriksen doesn't bring total control. I think we could improve in that area, but he's the best that we've got at trying to control the tempo.
He gets on the ball, he gets them turned, and he's tried to pick passes out like that.
So I think the reason why we're not killing these games off, we just haven't got the right profiles yet to play the way Ten Hag wants, and hopefully that'll come in the summer. Hopefully we can get a bit of clarity with the ownership, and then we can sort of invest in the right areas.
Defensively, though, there were a lot of standout candidates. Obviously, we kept a clean sheet. Who stood out for you? Who was your man of the match? And then I'll talk about the defence.
Well, I'm going to give man of the 70 minutes because I didn't watch the first 20 minutes.
Man of the 70 for you.
I'd probably say Lindelof for me. But Lindelof, a lot of people are saying he's always been like this. He hasn't. You know, that you're completely overlooking it. I think Ten Hag and the coaches have sat down with Lindelof. And people are saying he's playing a bit like Martinez, and I see where people are coming from in terms of the aggression. You know, we need to be able to stop counter-attacks, and I don't know whether you know about like rest defence, like our defensive structure. Cam's probably talked about it before, like our defensive structure when we're in possession, and how do you react when you lose the ball? And Lindelof, I've seen such a massive improvement. I've got about 20 clips on my iPad at home of Lindelof engaging so quickly and more physical. He used to stand off attacking players. He used to stand off completely, let them, come at him. Now he's engaging, he's stopping that counter-attack so well. And Shaw next to him, I know you're a big fan of Shaw's performance. Shaw and Lindelof have both been excellent, to be fair to them, since when we've had this partnership, since Martinez and Varane have been out. And Dalot, I thought the last few games, Dalot's started to replicate what he was doing before the World Cup. Yeah. I think as I'm a Dalot fan. I still think Dalot's our better right back. I know Wan-Bissaka's been in better form, but I still think Dalot has proven why Ten Hag really, really likes him in the last few games. So.
And a big game for Malacia, because he's had a rocky few. These last few appearances have been quite rocky, haven't they? Came on against Spurs, had a hand in that second goal. You look at Sevilla at home, then he took him out for a little bit. But it was a big day for him. And again, you're talking about going to be aggressive on John McGinn. Okay, John McGinn's not your typical right winger. He isn't going to take you down the outside. So it was a bit of a different challenge for Malacia today, but one that I think he passed, and he was aggressive again.
Yeah, he's still. I think when people need to remember, he's still very raw. I mean, I've seen people say sell Malacia. It's just ridiculous.
Who said that?
People online saying we should sell Malacia and keep Wan-Bissaka.
Where Twitter gets stupid.
And you've got to give the kid a chance. You know, there's clear potential there. The attacking side of his game there's still a way to go, but he's got the basics of football. He's got the basics of football. I think he's made a few silly errors in the last few games, but I think he's got the basics in terms of his aggression, his intensity. One-on-one, he's generally very good. He has struggled against Saka this season, but every fullback in the league will probably struggle against him. So, yeah, I give him time, and because we've got Martinez and Varane out, Malacia's got a bit more chance to get.
So we need him to actually be playing well. Yeah.
So we've just seen again Ten Hag's sort of tactical flexibility. We've got lots of different players playing in different areas that we wouldn't expect them to at the start of the season. So yeah, this win for me, we can't really say it definitely does, but it more or less secures the top 4.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you next. Is that how big of a step is that now, winning that game? And I suppose we're going to say it in this run, all the points are so crucial. In the step to making sure we finish in the top 4.
Yeah, I think I said before the Spurs game, I thought 5 points from these Spurs, Villa and Brighton would do it. I think 5 points. So we've obviously got 4 now. I think a draw. I'd probably take a draw.
Yeah, I'll take it now, mate. If you offer me that now, I'll take it now and walk.
Because we've knocked. By drawing to Spurs, I know we were behind, but we knocked Spurs out of the race. They're out of the race. They're going to lose today, I'd expect. We've knocked Villa out of the race today, and if we draw against Brighton, we probably knock them out of the race. So it's just Liverpool you've got to be careful of. Yeah. And we can't affect Liverpool, and Liverpool probably are going to win.
I think they'll win all their games.
They probably could win. So that's why we've just got, after the Brighton game, hopefully we've got a few home games.
Well, it's West Ham away. That's tough.
That's a bit of a tough.
But the home games, out of the 12 points, which is now 9, so we've got 3 in the bag. If you're looking at Fulham at home, you're looking at Chelsea at home, and I can't remember who the other one's against. Wolves at home.
Yeah.
If you get the 9 points there, just from the home, we'll be all right.
Yeah, obviously, I still want to finish 3rd. You know.
Yeah, of course.
We could even finish closer to Arsenal. You know,
if they implode. Yeah.
You know, I think we're now. If we win our other game in hand, I think we go 9 points.
Charlie, let's just let's just get in the top 4.
But
mate.
wouldn't it be great?
Charlie, I've stood out here many a times with many fans saying, "Oh, Arsenal, tight race. Let's look up." Listen, let's just get in the top 4. Just get in the top 4.
All I'm saying, it would be funny. It would be funny if we finish less than 8 or so points behind Arsenal and win a Carabao Cup.
Yes.
The FA Cup's going to be tough, but we'd have a better season than then if we're less than 10 points and a cup, I would say.
Absolutely.
So yeah, brilliant.
And Lindelof man of the match, yeah?
Yeah, Lindelof, yeah.
Check out. Nice one. Cool, man.